Something else outraging many Americans, depending on what side you're on, your outrage is in different areas. But there's this police officer, Minnesota. Remember, he shoots the young teenager because she is about to, he says, and the video shows this, about to stab another young lady. She had a knife. So LeBron James
Columbus, Ohio.
Tweets out, that's right, LeBron James tweets out his picture, the cop's picture, and says, "You are next," hashtag accountability, caused a lot of stir in our communities. And then there's this officer in LA, and he's worked on Skid Row for 2 years. His name is Officer Dion Joseph, and he writes a letter, a beautiful letter, talking about how he's a Christian, he's a man of faith, he has no hatred toward LeBron James, but he's just challenging LeBron James, and he wants to sit down with him. And he writes in the letter, a portion of it, he says, "Instead of apologizing, you deflected. You said you took your tweet down because you did not want it to be used for hate, when the tweet itself was the embodiment of hatred, rooted in a lack of understanding of the danger of the situation. The offer is on the table, LeBron. No cameras, no fanfare, just two men who care talking. I know it's a long shot, but this division and hatred must stop. It is clear, based on rising crime in marginalized communities, that cops and the community need to build bridges to save lives on all sides. That cannot be done through the demonization of any group of people."
It would be great. And there's Dion Joseph, a 24-year vet for the LAPD, worked, as Ainsley said, worked on Skid Row, I think, for like 20 years. It would
20 years? Oh, I heard two.
Yeah,
okay,
over
20.
2 decades.
Wow.
It would be great if LeBron James took him up on that.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
It would be great, because then it would show LeBron is open to hearing other points of view.
And open to the everyday guy, you know?
Absolutely. And the reality of what's actually working on the street.
That would be great. Or just talk to Shaquille O'Neal, who is actually out in the street, and I think he's a deputized police officer. Just an interesting Fox News poll. Should you reduce funding to the police? Only 33% are in favor of that, 62% are not. And when it comes to police and the respect to getting on the streets or lack thereof, what about this video? On the New York City streets, you see a cop with his back turned on the street, and out of nowhere, this guy comes and just whacks him in the side of the head. I mean, you talk about disrespect, bouncing around. I don't care. I'm free in the middle of the day. I might as well strike one of the men or women in blue and then jog away. I think there's a shot of him getting detained, and I think we're allowed. I think you can, in New York, you could still chase after somebody that hits you in the head without calling back to headquarters, unlike Chicago, Illinois. Do you believe that?
That really hurt him.
Yeah,
what
but
is that he's holding?
Who would do that?
What
Except
in the world?
You would never have done that 5 or 10 years ago.
And I bet you $1 that that guy is did some sort of brief court appearance and has been released.
Yeah, because there's no bail here.
That's right.
Wow. I mean, I do, when I'm out on the streets, I see our police officers, the men and women in blue.
Right.
I try to say prayers for them because it all...
Well, because you saw the headlines in the New York Post that says, last week an all-time high, there were 50 gun victims, 46 shootings, 8 people died, a 30% surge over 2020. That's what happens.
75% of the police, retirements are up 75% here in New York.